If I'd have said to you 15 years ago or 20 years ago that Hyundai was releasing a new vehicle, you might not have expected that much. And that's because the product offering and the range hadn't yet reached the point where people expected a certain level from the brand. But if I told you now that Hyundai is releasing a new medium SUV, you would expect it to be a certain level because Hyundai product has gotten pretty damn good in the last few decades. Now, they are releasing a new medium SUV, and don't forget that this segment is a tough one. This vehicle behind us has to compete with RAV4 Hybrid and Mazda CX-5 among others, and they're two of the most popular vehicles in Australia. Let's have a look at the new Hyundai Tucson. The 2022 Hyundai Tucson starts from $34,500 before on-road costs, and that's for the base model 2-litre petrol engine called Tucson. Pretty simple, really. You step up to the Elite, and with the 2-litre petrol as tested here, it's $39,000 before on-road costs, while the range-topping Highlander, again with the 2-litre petrol engine, is $46,000 before on-road costs. Keep in mind that there will be 3 engines available. We haven't yet tested the 1.6 litre turbocharged petrol engine or the 2 litre turbocharged diesel engine. At launch, we tested the 2 litre petrol engine, which is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. We did test it across all 3 model grades, so that's Tucson, Elite and Highlander, just to recap. And from the base model up, as expected from Hyundai, there's a fair slab of standard equipment. Our pick of the range, as you'd expect, is the Highlander, which comes with niceties such as 19-inch alloy wheels, LED head and tail lights, dark chrome trim, a silver skid plate, and a power-operated tailgate and panoramic sunroof. It's inside the cabin though where the Highlander really shines. A 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster joins the same-sized infotainment screen. You get ambient LED mood lighting, heated and ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, a heated steering wheel, memory for the driver's seat, a power-adjustable passenger seat, and a premium 8-speaker Bose sound system. There's plenty of room inside the Tucson, and that's important for family buyers. 539 litres of luggage space expands out to 1,860 litres if you fold the second row down, and there's room for 6-footers in the front 2 seats, as well as people that tall in the second row. So there's room for adults, not just children. If you're looking for a comfortable medium SUV on longer road trips, the Tucson should be right at the top of the list. The engine we tested at launch is a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, and it's paired to a 6-speed automatic and front-wheel drive. It makes 115 kilowatts and 192 newton meters, and the ADR fuel claim for the combined cycle is 8.1 litres per 100 kilometres. On test at launch, with a hefty amount of easy country cruising and highway running in the mix, we used an indicated 8.9 litres per 100 kilometres. We're looking forward to testing the 1.6 litre turbocharged petrol and 2 litre turbocharged diesel engines because we feel that the 2 litre naturally aspirated petrol engine that we tested at launch won't be the pick of the range. It's perfectly adequate around town at traffic speeds, but when you ask it to work harder on the freeway or when you're overtaking a truck from say 80 kilometres an hour up to 110 kilometres an hour, you can catch the 6-speed automatic out in the wrong gear, and it does feel like the engine is working a little bit harder. Countering that point though is the incredibly impressive cabin insulation. We found the Tucson to be quiet and refined at any speed, even on coarse chip sections of bitumen, and it's a beautiful medium SUV for longer distance touring because it's so quiet in the cabin that it doesn't introduce any fatigue into your driving. As expected with Hyundais over the last few years, the ride and handling package is excellent. It absorbs most of the typical Australian country roads with ease and works really well around town as well. So there you go, that's our launch drive of the all-new Hyundai Tucson. Don't forget that we've only test-driven 1 engine and gearbox platform of 3 that are coming. There's still a 1.6 litre turbo, there's also a diesel engine to come. We've test-driven a couple of variants in the model grade range though, and as it always has, the Hyundai Tucson still makes sense for a lot of Australian family buyers. As you can see, we've driven on wet roads as well as dry. We've done a lot of that typical country road trip stuff that family buyers will do if they head off on a holiday with the kids, and it copes with it really well. It's quite a good thing to drive, and I'll be interested to see what those other 2 engine variants are like. As always, hit like if you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click on subscribe for the CarAdvice Drive YouTube channel. And of course, the full review can be read at either CarAdvice.com or Drive.com.au.